play partner. Give him a smile. Give an active, encouraging, energizing round of applause, please. Nice work. Take your right hand. Put it on their shoulder. Brush off. Nice job. Nice job. 2 high fives. Say, let's go. Have a seat. No. Oh, come on. 2 high fives. Let's go. Have a seat. Together. Let's go. 2 high fives. Say, let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Good. Have a seat. Crazy. Crazy. Okay. So, all right. This is, if you can see my excitement, here's why I'm so excited. We've spent the entire part of this training so far explaining why customer is such a great value for who. So like, it's a great investment. Investment meaning you spend how much, over how much? $1,000. Use how often?
Every day.
Lasts for how long?
Forever.
Right. We talked about the concept of what when people spend and invest in something, sometimes they have what's called buyer's what? Remorse, so we can work that out. You have seen the dropping down process. You see the value. You get what you right. And when people see the value in something, what doesn't ever matter anymore?
Price.
Price. You guys got that? You guys, if you feel like you understand those concepts, raise your hand. Say aye.
Aye.
Yeah. You're gonna make a lot of money now. What I'm going to teach you now is going to determine how much money you make. You're going to make money with us. You're going to make sales. You are confident sales reps. But what I teach you now until tonight is going to determine how much money you make, whether you're average, above average, or even beyond that. If you're going to be a high flyer and go for a $10,000 fast start, this is what I'm going to cover with you. So I think it's important for you to talk about your income. I think that's not a bad thing. Who's excited about making some income? Okay. So let me put something. Don't act, think, or speak like a who. Yeah, let me put you, actually, I want you to think about a college student for a second. Watch. So this is the review of the pay, and this gets so exciting. If you remember, eyes up here. I'm missing some of you. Okay. This is the commission scale. When you sell your first $1,000, who remembers the price? Homemaker at what? $11.39, right? Signature is roughly $1,600 and $2,300 or so for the complete, okay? I just want to put into perspective how fun and how easy it is to make income with our company and how to get promoted very quickly. So for example, what's the easy way to sell and hit your first promotion?
Sell 3K.
Sell a homemaker or higher, right? Sell one of these sets right away. What's the other way, but it still works, is sell the average order. What's the average order, everybody? Yeah, sell 4 of them. There's your first $1,000. There's your first promotion. You're with me so far? Just raise your hand. You got me? Okay, now watch. If you can hit your first promotion, if you remember, by Monday, my goal, by here, my goal, if you're average, and the average person in my training, if done right, will sell between $1,000 and $3,000 by Monday. That means you'll hit not 1, possibly 2 promotions, and you'll make between how much? $100 and $400. You've seen this is like the 9th time you've seen it. Do you guys understand that? Okay. More. I want to put into perspective, though, why it's worth your time to have a big fast start weekend. What I mean by that, look at this poster. It says, how do you have a 10K fast start? Have a solid first weekend. Let's go back to the first day. What's the number of appointments I want you to have at the bare minimum? 10. 80% of you should have 10 or more appointments. There's going to be 10% of you, your schedule's crazy, you've got some like unforeseen things that are already scheduled before Cutco. You might go a little bit less than 10 and we'll customize your schedule. And several of you, 10%, you guys can go for like well over 14 plus. If that's you, go for it. But I just want to put into perspective why it's worth it to go all out your first weekend. Without even showing you the money. Why is it worth it to do more appointments than normal your first weekend? Say it again. What does that mean? The more appointments you do, what's going to happen? You're going to have more money because you get more recommendations. Cool. Number 2. What else? What else? Go ahead, Jairus. You get more comfortable. Yeah. If you do more drills, you get better at the job. I'll come back when you're eating. Go ahead. Your commission goes up quickly. Yes, of course. Go ahead, Jacob.
You don't have to make as much in the next.
Yeah, it's easier to make money later. Okay, so let me put it into high school perspective, college student perspective. If you come and are average, and you follow what I teach you, and you do the magic number of 10, because 10 appointments. What's the average closing ratio? One more time. 60%, 6 sales. What's the average order? 250. There's your 1,500 plus. That's just if you're just average. Average rep. Okay. If you do that and you sell $1,000 by Monday, that means you leave here Saturday at 4:30. You'll come back Monday at 12:30. So it'll be about 2 days of work, 2.5 days. That means in 2.5 days you'll get a commission increase from 10 to 15%. And you will have made $100. I think for some of you, Several of you, that's a pretty good income compared to other jobs, like a weekend's worth of work for 100. I don't know how your jobs would work. But I want you to think about the commission scale. This is the part that gets me so excited for you. 10 to 15%. That's a 50% increase in your pay. Let me put that into college student terms. Who's ever worked food before? Food industry. Okay, where'd you work?
Ceviche Street.
Okay, cool. And that's like, were you busing? Were you serving?
I was waiting and I was bussing and I was bartender.
You did all. Okay. Anyone cook? Oh, you've cooked.
I got home.
Okay, so then cook, cook for food. Where'd you cook, Dave?
Pasta sauce.
Yeah, did you cook too?
I went to Le Cordon Bleu.
Okay, cool. So you understand that. Has anyone ever cooked like fast food?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say you make the burgers. Okay. McDonald's, it doesn't matter. Whatever high school job you have. Let's say Burger King, McDonald's. Let's say on Saturday you finished your training with McDonald's, and I was the manager, and I said, Scott, tell you what, man, I'm gonna put you on the burgers, but I need you to flip 10 of them. But make sure, like, they have to be 10 Big Macs the right way. 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. That's the commercial, right? But it has to be that way. But if you do it successfully, by Monday, you're making $8 an hour to start with us here at McDonald's. By Monday, I will increase your pay to $12 an hour if you flip 10 burgers. Would you flip 10 burgers? Would you make sure you didn't mess up the Big Mac? Would you stick to the menu? Would you stick to the script? Okay? That's what happens. That's essentially what happens when you go from 10 to 15%. It's like going from $8 to $12 an hour. Who'd be excited about that? Raise your hand. Say aye.
Aye.
Yeah, let me get you more excited. Who'd be excited to go more?
Aye.
Okay. Imagine, Scott. Hey, I like those burgers. Tell you what. But if you go for 14 or more, give me good 14 Big Macs where you stick to the menu the way it's supposed to be made. Instead of going from $8 to $12, I'll go from $8 to $16 an hour. First of all, you can't do that anywhere. You can do that here. Raise your hand if that's exciting. Say aye.
Aye.
Yeah, that's what happens when you do 14 or more. And so, till this day, I'm pretty sure it's 17. 17 appointments. And I'll do all the numbers all the way down. He sold $6,000 in his first 10 days. That means he hit not 1, not 2, but 3. That's like going not from 8 to 12. That was Charles, who we met yesterday. If you're excited about that, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Yeah, you might raise your hand, but actions speak louder than
Words.
You got to work. You got to do the appointments. Now, that's why Charles made the most calls on Friday night. He went home after this training tonight, and he stayed up until like 9:30 to 10 to get all of his appointments. He hit well over 10. I think he had 14 appointments by the time he came in, and he rocked the house. So let me show you what happens. Okay? By the time you get to $10,000, you'll be at 30%. You will have made how much? $2,000. So tell you what, if you are just an average rep this summer, that's totally cool. My goal, my job for the 10th time is to help you hit this. It's called Dirty 30, one more time. To help you hit this level by the end of the summer, meaning you have a summer job where you now can work part-time during the school year, make full-time pay, and you make $2,000 this summer. Raise your hand if that's already better than most jobs you've had. Cool. That's why I'm excited to help all of you do that. If you're a high flyer, like 9 of you, 10 of you have asked me about this. If you want to go for $10,000 in your first 10 days, I will coach you personally to help do this in 10 days instead of the whole summer. And then sky's the limit. You can go up to 50%. Okay? So I'll find out in the next section of training which one you want to do. But I'm really excited to help you make some money. Let's focus on the first weekend. With that being said, let's go to this section right here. And you don't have to write this down. You know this already. I want to talk to you about our best customer. For the millionth time, what's the best customer? Everyone, what's that? First of all, the M stands for married. Who can tell me? Single.
You have a husband and wife.
Husband and wife. Give me one
Larger
reason.
family.
Larger family. Go ahead.
2 incomes.
2 incomes or one really good one. Okay.
I'm gonna say the same
Okay.
thing.
And they probably cook because they have what? Kids. Age over 30. Now we'll say 30 to 60. How come not like 70 or 75? They don't cook. They're retired. How come not under 30 as far as like a primo customer? They don't have money. Now watch this. How many of you know people that are just under 30? I mean like 26, 27, 28, and they have money. Do you think we're stupid and won't let you show them? Of course we'll let you show them. But don't prioritize them first. Wait till you get more what? Wait till you experience. Wait till you're better at the job, and I'll talk about that in a second. We're going to let you show everyone Cutco, of course, but we want to have you start right. Casa means homeowner. When you own a home, it means you have more what? You have more money. Okay, so everyone understand? understand that? So the Mac customers are the best. Do me a favor. Go numbers. You'll be able to get these numbers tonight. I want to recognize our top performers over the assignment. Okay. Got an 88 from Rich, Danielle 95, Jacob 120, 66 from Michael. I see a 57. I see a 91 from Crystal, 78 from Adriana. Right. Some big numbers there. Nice job. So what I want you to do, what we're going to do is we're going to target your market. What I mean by that is we're going to find your best customers right now. Remember, Mac customers are the best. So I'm going to put this, A+. A Mac customer is an A+ customer. I want you to prioritize those people first because they're the people that not just buy, they buy the most. Now, time out. I have eyes up here. Eyes up here. Let me tell you about another customer that you don't know about yet. It's called the Mac Plus. Mac Plus is married, over 30, they own a home. The plus means they have more. Right? Mac Plus means someone who has above average income. How many of you know some Mac Pluses? You might. You don't have to, but if you do. Mac Plus, for example, 2 nurses would be a Mac Plus for sure. A doctor usually is a Mac Plus, but just with the doctor by themselves, one of the spouses. If you have 2 homes, that's usually a Mac Plus. More than 3 cars. Sometimes 3 or more cars, usually Mac Plus. They have a boat, for sure, Mac Plus. So if you have a Mac Plus, why is that someone you definitely want to prioritize? Yeah, well, because, ready? They probably just bought their wife this purse. No problem. So for you to give them a product that they use how long? Every day, and lasts for how long? Forever. That's no big deal. Okay, so if you have Mac Plus customers, make sure you prioritize them first. But the next best customer, take a look up here, is the MC. So they're married, they own a home, but the age is not quite 30. This would be those people I'm talking about that are just under 30, but they're a professional, they have a job already. Right? How many of you know someone that's under 30 but owns the home and has a career? Yeah, that's like the next best customer. And you should try to prioritize those. Those are also like A customers. For example, a friend of my sister's, he's a lawyer. Or she's a lawyer, rather. She's a lawyer, just passed her bar. She's just under 30. Okay? So some of you are asking, well, what if they're not a Mac? Well, you can show that person. In fact, I encourage you to. Okay? How about this one? AC. AC is someone who is over 30. They own a home, but they're not what? Married. So this is a single person. I'm sorry, I did it wrong. MC is married. They own a home, but they're just under 30 because they have 2 incomes. That's okay. AC is single, but they own a home. And the last one that you can show right now is MA. They're married. They're over 30, but maybe they're renting. But why is that okay? How many incomes? 2 incomes. So maybe they're renting an apartment or a condo, but they are married and they're over 30. Okay? These are the customers you can show. If they don't fit this list, I don't want you showing them yet. That's it. But you have a wide range here. Some of you, if you only have a few Macs, make sure you prioritize those. Okay? So what I want you to do now is go through your list, and I want you to count roughly, how many Macs do you have? And eyes real quick. I'm not talking about just the ones that you have the numbers for. How many of you have some people on your list where you still have to find the number? Raise your hand. Yeah, we'll get those. But any names that you have, even if you don't have the numbers yet, how many Mac customers do you have? And a quick count. And it can be a rough estimate. Hey, Jacob, you're going to want to talk to Ricky. Okay. I'll give you another 30 seconds. Roughly how many Macs do you have? Okay, watch. Eyes up here. What's the ratio for everything? What is it? 10, 80, 10, okay? 10% of you should have like very few Macs, meaning you have like less than 10 Macs. 10% of you, everyone in your mom has a Mac. Okay? Most of you are between 10 and 50-ish. Okay, raise your hand if you have less than 10. 10% of you. Who's like everyone's a Mac? 10% of you. Who has like between 10 and 50 Macs? 80% of you. It always works out that way. You guys got it? Always. So if you are, eyes up here, not Ricky. I know he's pretty. That's why they call him Pretty Ricky. Okay. 10%. If you are the bottom 10%, raise your hand again if you're under 10 max. Who should you prioritize? Show those max, like get them first. That's the goal. If you're here and you have all max, what I'm going to show you next is it's important to prioritize the best ones, okay? So what I want you to do is go through your list. What if I told you I have $10,000 cash for you on Monday? If you can pick the one customer on your list who you know for sure will be a homemaker signature complete, like Jeff, not even a question. Circle that person and write down number one. That's your number one customer. Circle the person who's like definite homemaker signature complete and like guaranteed homemaker signature complete. Oh. Sorry. Homemaker signature complete. Shh. Homemaker signature complete, and if they for sure homemaker signature complete, you get $10,000. That's how confident you are. All right. Just we're ranking your customers.
What if we have more than one?
Yeah, good question. If you have more than one, we'll prioritize your number. Just pick your best one. So, eyes up here. 135. Okay. That person that you picked as number one, I want you to do your best for that person to be your very first Cutco appointment this weekend, if possible. Like if they're available and you can do it, I want them to be, when you leave here training at 4:30, that's your 5 o'clock appointment. Why? Why? Go ahead, Denzel. Yeah, well, if they're going to buy, why do I want you to set that person first? Go ahead.
What is it like? Makes you feel good.
Yeah, you get that confidence. How are you feeling? Confident. Who do you exude that energy to? The next who?
Customer.
Next customer. You guys understand? If you understand what I'm saying, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Yeah, so line up your best people first. Now, raise your hand if you're confident you have your number one, okay? Tell me about the number one. Who's number one?
His name is Sergio. Her name is Linda. He drives a Lamborghini, a GTR, and a Cadillac Escalade, and she has.
Okay, stop. Mac Plus! I'll tell you how to sell more tomorrow. Are you trying to go high flyer, 10K faster? Okay, I'll show you more. Good. Not everyone has that, by the way. But by the way, I know 10% of you do. If you don't have customers like that, it doesn't matter. Okay? But if you do, please show them first. Okay? Give me some other number one customers. Who's your number one customer? Shh. I'll wait. Hold on. Someone's being rude. Hold on. Go ahead, Nick.
His name is Charlie. He's got a faux Harley, like.
So likes nice things.
Mercedes.
Okay, so we got some Mac Plus customers. Raise your hand if your number one is a number one because they're Mac Plus. Okay, raise your hand if your number one customer is number one because you know they cook because they have to and you know they just need the product for sure. Okay, awesome. Raise your hand if your number one customer is your number one because they love you and that's all you need to know. And they'll I'm not even joking. They love you so much and it's like, will you whatever you want. Raise your hand. Okay, those are all awesome reasons for number one. Grandparents usually fit that sometimes. Your favorite aunt, your parents sometimes. How many of you have number one because they buy everything? How many of you picked number one because they only buy nice things and things that are of high value? Okay, cool. How many of you selected number one because you know as a customer and because you now know consumer psychology, they really have a high value in investments, like things that are over how much? They use how often?
Every day.
And last how long?
Forever.
Okay, cool. Those are all great reasons. 9 times out of 10, they're a Mac customer. Not always. 9 times out of 10, they're a Mac customer. So try to show them first. Now, I want you to find number two. Number two for me. Find number two for me. Circle them and put number two. Find number two for me. Circle them and put number two. Okay. Probably for the same or different reasons, right? Number two. When you're done, eyes up here. How many of you circled number two for the same exact reason as number one? Okay. How many was different? It doesn't matter, right? As long as you know that they're going to be a great sale. Here's what I want you to do. Eyes up here. I want you to do and work your hardest so that your first 2 appointments are those 2 people. Now, 10% of you, you won't even get close because they're both out of town or whatever happens. Some of you will get it perfectly. Most of you will get like one or the other. The ideal scenario is you see first one, who's number one?
My uncle.
Okay, so he'll see his uncle first, who's number 2?
My other uncle.
Okay, so he'll see those 2 uncles back to back. You know who did that last week? Charles. You know he sold? Signature Homemaker. Okay? So if you can, it's not always perfect, do your best to get that. What am I doing? What am I trying to do by giving you this? Try to make you prioritize who? Your best who? Your best customers. Ready? Find number 3, 4, and 5 for me, and then we'll stop. Find the circle, label number 3, 4, and 5. Then we'll stop. Three, 4, 5, and stop. Okay. Eyes. Do your best to get these 5 people your first weekend. Meaning by the time I see you Monday, if you can get all 5 in. You know who did that? Charles. Sold $6,000 his first weekend, made $1,000 his first weekend, 3 promotions. $10,000 fast start. Okay? Not always perfect. 10% won't. 10% was the easiest thing in the world. 80% of you will get like 3 or 4 of your best people your first weekend. Cool? If you understand this whole concept, raise your hand and say aye. Aye. Where are my athletes? Raise your hand. Where are my football players? Raise your hand. Okay? When you play in general, 2, 3 games. Who do you play? Jarius, who you played for? Right, you played for University School. Who are your first like 2 or 3 games against? Come on. The easy, like right, the teams where it's like, ooh, right? Anyone know why the coaches tried to do that on purpose? Build confidence, less injuries. Practice. What kind of practice? Yeah. So when you play an easy team, you can do it the right way. I want you to make sales even when you're not good. You understand? Please understand. Raise your hand and say aye if you get that. 10% of you are still going to be terrible when you leave here tomorrow, and you'll still sell because if you do this. 10% of you, you'll actually be really good tomorrow. And 80% of you will have to work out the kinks, and then I'll fix you on Monday. You guys understand that the lineup concept? So line up your best 5 people. In fact, when we make calls tonight, my first question will be, okay, when did you line them up? My second question that Ricky and I will ask you is the top 5. Okay, cool. So let's do this. I want you to turn, everybody. Actually, you know what? Put your stuff down. Let's do recharge. Good stuff, I can tell. All right, recharge. All right, ready? Hands up. Bring your arms down slowly. Hands on your hips. Lean to your right. Lean to your other side, or your other right. Lean back and grunt. Roll your shoulders forward. Back. Okay, inhale, up to elbows in, twist. Twist to the right. Twist to the left. Better song for you guys. Bring it down slowly. Twist again. Inhale. Exhale real slow. Shake it out. Push your arms down. Push your hands down. All the way. No, weird, huh? Roll your wrists. All the way. Inhale. Exhale. Hands on your hips. Hold the neck one side. Then the other side. Look forward. Look to your left. Look to your right. Look up. Chin to the ceiling. Look down. Inhale. Big hard inhale. Exhale real slow. Turn to your role play partner. 2 hands in the air. Double high five. Say, let's do this. All right, have a seat. Okay. Thank you, Chris Brown. Okay, who's excited? You guys ready to sell yet? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Now, this is the part of the position where you'll learn how to make your own schedule, and I love this part. Eyes up here, just so I make it clear. 10% of you have such a crazy schedule this weekend that you've got all these things I need to work around. If that's you, we're totally going to work around your schedule, but just follow me in the whole process first, and we'll show you how to work around everything. 10% of you have nothing going on, and it's Cutco time the whole weekend. If that's you, let's help you. Let's help you make $1,000 by Monday, not just 400. Okay. Most of you have like 1 or 2 things to work around this weekend. We'll work around all of them. Okay. So open up your training manuals. I'm going to teach you some time management here. Turn to page 29. Turn to page 29, please. At the top of the page, it says day and goal for 3 columns. At the top of the 3 days, go ahead and put down Saturday, Sunday, Monday. First 3 days, first weekend. Curious. Do a little Ray Allen. Ready? Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Okay. So tomorrow, take a look to 4:30. So what I'd like you to do at 9:30, put down graduation. Put an arrow all the way down to 4:30. And I even want you to shade it neatly so that you can see where it is. Okay? So 9:30 to 4:30. You already have it up here. It's graduation. 9:30 to 4:30. So just write down graduation 9:30, arrow down to 4:30, and shade it in. We're going to go really slow on the first day so you can see how I like it. Because if you do it this way, I can really help coach and manage your schedule. Okay, so if you take a look up here, eyes, perfect. Says graduation, arrow down, shade it in. And Ricky's going to walk around if you need any help. Okay, thank you. Now, okay, eyes up here. If you are a high flyer, meaning you want to go for a $10,000 fast start, meaning you want to make $2,000 or $5,000 or more in your first 10 days. Okay, for sure. Tomorrow morning, those of you that have been asking, here's how you do it. An hour before training. Okay. Open to anyone that wants to go for a $10,000 fast start. Okay. Ironically enough, last 3 weeks, everyone who's attended were the top sellers in the group because they wanted to put the highest amount of effort. I give them the advanced selling techniques. Here's what I cover tomorrow. My first 10 days, I didn't sell 10,000. I sold 15,000. So I didn't make 2,000. I made 3,500, and I was at 30%. So I'm going to teach that schedule, and I'm going to teach the philosophies of that tomorrow. Okay? Yeah, I know, it's pretty cool. I'll teach you that tomorrow. Now, I know some of you are thinking, well, why wouldn't you go to that? Well, if you have a super busy schedule, then you can't really go for that. So I don't want you to feel bad. Like if you know you're the low 10% with your availability, I don't want you to feel bad. We're going to help you make your $100 to $400. Is that cool? That's for sure. So that's going to be tomorrow. Bring coffee, bring whatever breakfast you need. I don't mind if you eat while I do it, but it's going to be awesome. So every week, 9:30 to 4:30. Then I'll show you where you can do appointments Saturday. I'll show you where you could put appointments Sunday. Monday, so in your appointments, I get to give you some extra training. On Monday, you can go to 12:30, and then go to 5. You can put advanced training 2, all the way down to 5. Same thing. Shade it in. Same exact thing. 12:30 to 5, advanced training 1. What was I put 2? Sorry. Advanced training 1. Okay. And side note, if you have any conflicts, we'll talk about this later. Just get this down.
12:30 to what?
12:30 to 5. Yeah. And guys, eyes up here. We're just taking this schedule here. We're just putting it to the map. Easy. Friendly reminder at advanced training. This is where I'll teach you how to call your recommendations that you get this weekend of people that you sort of know already, or it's been a while. I'm also going to give you advanced tips and essentially increase your sales. 10% of you will be below average. 10% of you will be high flyer. Most of you will be between $1,000 and $3,000 by the time I see you on Monday. Okay? So far, so good. If you can understand the schedule so far, raise your hand and say aye. If you realize we're going really slow on this, raise your hand and say aye. On purpose so that you understand how to do this the right way. Every week, you'll do this in 2 minutes and hand me the whole schedule for the week and tell me when you want to work. I'm just doing it slow so there's no question. Now, go back to Saturday. Okay. We finished training at 4:30. Eyes up here. Let me get everyone's attention. We finished training at 4:30. When do you think I want you to schedule your first appointment? 5, or if you're far away, like Boca, like West Palm, farther, 5:30. Why so soon, right? Why right after training, everybody? Number one, it's fresh in your mind. Number two, how are you feeling? Yeah, because if you're excited, what happens? Yeah, so you're going to transfer that excitement. The worst thing you can do, eyes up here, I want to give you a lesson. The worst thing that can happen is you finish training at 4:30, you're pumped, and you don't do an appointment right after. That's like having one of my football players. That's like in the locker room beforehand, right? Right, Jerry? You're pumped up. Yeah, all right, ready? Game in 4 hours, boys. What the hell is going on? Then you get tired, right? Then you get cramps, and you're like all loose. Okay, it's the same thing. I'm just telling you, it's the same thing. So make sure you have appointments, even if you're super part-time. By super part-time, you can't get even the magic number 10 because of your schedule. Then make sure you get at least 1 or 2 on Saturday after training, just to knock that first sale out. So here, and everyone pay attention. Rick is going to walk around too. You might notice the column's pretty wide over here. You're going to want to go all the way to the side of the column. Okay. Right at 5 o'clock, I'd like you to write down an A and circle it, and that stands for an appointment spot. Okay. George. So watch, just like George has here, the A is right on the side, right at 5 o'clock. Okay. That means you can potentially put in a customer there, and you would fill their name in when you book them. Okay. The next appointment I want you to put. Okay. Next appointment I want you to put is 7. Okay. And then I want you to put a 9. And I'm just going to show you every possible. I'm even going to show you a late night one. This isn't for everyone, but I want you to know that you can do this. I want you to make up an 11. And I'll show you why in a second. It's really important you have this as an option. First of all, why do you think, or who do you think can be the best customers for an 11 o'clock? The people you live with, right? Like, for example, if one of your top 5 is your folks, raise your hand if one of your top 5 is your folks. Don't show them right after training, because you can always show them when you go home. That was my parents. I saved them because I knew, okay, that's the top 5, but I want to show them here because I can't show everyone at 11. Who else could be a good 11 o'clock if you wanted to get that appointment? Like close family, close neighbors, best friends, parents, grandparents, kind of deal. Yeah. Okay. 5 cent nurse, shift workers, 5, 7, 9, 11. Okay. If you are part-time, you probably don't want to do an 11 o'clock. If you're a high flyer, you would consider it. You would consider it. Okay. Go to Sunday. Okay. I want you to put 9 o'clock. Put in A. Same thing. And then we're going to go every 2 hours, but don't stop where I stop. Okay, we'll go 9, we'll go 11. We'll go 1, 3, 5, and stop for a second. 9, 11, 1, 3, 5, and stop. And when you're done, eyes up. Eyes up when you're done. Perfect. Okay, so at 7, I want you to write down phone calls till 8. Phone calls till 8. And when you're done, look up. Why do you think, and by the way, all of our top reps make sure they make phone calls on Sunday night after 5 to book for when?
Next one.
The week, yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The best time to get a hold of people for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday slots is Sunday. Why? Because they're home and they haven't started their week yet. Okay. Every representative on our team is on the phone on Sunday nights for the most part. Okay. Now for you, I want you to go to 8:30. Put an A. 10:30. Put an A. Okay. Going so far so good? Okay. Eyes up if you're done. All right. Now, this is for high flyers, but I still think you want to put it down just in case you decide you might want to be a high flyer. At 8 o'clock till 9:30, it's called Champions Club. 8 to 9:30, we have what's called Champions Club. This is exclusively for high flyers in their fast start, you guys, or people who are already on the team that are not in their fast start that always want to get extra attention and sell more. Everyone that you've met that's kicking butt, they all come mornings, Champions Club. In your first 10 days, if you're a high flyer, we'll see you pretty much every day, Monday through Friday, Champions Club, for extra coaching from Ricky or myself or one of our top people. Okay? So everyone has that? Now, your first appointment, I want you to put a 10. And then after advanced training, I want you to put a 5:30, 7:30, 9:30, and I even want you to put an 11:30. I know it seems late. Charles, who you met, Charles sold his $10,000. He was, how much was he down?
So he was at $9,004.
Yeah, he was $1,000 away. He did an 11:30 appointment, and at 1 a.m. hit his $10,000.
It's crazy.
By the way, he had till 6 a.m. to do it. So you might need it or you might want to. It's up to you. Plus, if you know a customer that's like the reverse schedule, like a nurse, they're always up, that might be a good time too. Okay. So far, so good. So watch. This schedule right here, if you take all the appointments, every one of the appointments, 11, there's 16 slots. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Right? I've done this a lot, trust me, 16. Okay, so 16. Remember, what's the magic number I want you to go for, everybody? Everyone, what's the magic number? 10. 10 or more. Most of you should be able to go for 10 or more. Some of you might not be able to. You'll talk to us one-on-one. High flyers, go for 14 or more. That's why you have to pick these different spots. So far, so good? Okay, now, this is my favorite part of learning and or teaching you time management. Okay? Now that you know the Cutco schedule, this is where you put in the personal schedule. Okay? Now, if you have something that you cannot work around, meaning something that's set in stone, let me give you an example. Church. Some of you like, I don't skip church. So if you don't skip church, you put church, and that's like not negotiable. Cool. There's a difference between set in stone and I could move it though. Ready? My friends in college, when I was selling Cutco, of course, first day of my fast start, they were throwing a party. Of course. And they said, hey, come to the house at like 9 o'clock, and we'll get started and have some fun. I said, no, you know what? I'm going to do another appointment instead. I'll meet you at like 11:30 midnight. They gave me a hard time, but see, my thought was this. And tell me if you agree. My first thought was, well, party starts at 9. Okay?
Yeah.
Right? Number 2, the party really starts when I get there. The real reason, number 3, I wanted to do one more appointment with one of my top 5. And guess what? That appointment was my first homemaker to my parents. The party was so much better. Serious. And I hit my first promotion that night instead of waiting for the Sunday or Monday. Okay? So, for example, take a look. How many of you are churchgoers or something similar? Watch. For me, church is at noon to 1. Okay? So, at noon, you can put church. It doesn't have to be a different color. I'm just showing you. And you shade it in. Okay? Now, time out. Eyes up here. Okay, I know some of you have like 4-hour church sessions. I get it. Just pay attention. I get it. I'm just telling you mine. Okay? Put in. Let me get eyes. You want to get anything personal in, okay? Later on at the end of training today, when you start making phone calls, Ricky and Andrew and Patrick possibly and I will meet with you one-on-one to cover your schedule. But now you know you can book around this. Meaning I wouldn't set up anything here. I probably would set up a 9 or 3, but I wouldn't set up anything 11 or 1, so I won't miss church. You see how that works? So you have Cutco first, you have personal, then you have goals. Okay, and it works like that. Cutco first, personal, and then your goals. So right now, for Saturday, for Sunday, for Monday, put your personal stuff in. Stuff that you can't change. Go, 30 seconds. And then you'll talk about it one-on-one with us. If you have nothing going on, keep it open. Let's make $1,000 or more this weekend. And Andrew will be around. If you have questions, raise your hand. Andrew will help you out. Okay. 20 seconds. It's really exciting. It looks like a lot of you don't have much going on. I'm serious. It looks like you guys are pretty open. That's awesome. What a great. We need half sheets, please. Good. Thank you. Shh. Eyes up here. Ready? When you're done, eyes up. Okay. If you have something that you put in as personal that is in conflict with one of the trainings, you'll bring that up when you talk to one of the managers. Cool? All right. So C stands for what? Cutco. P stands for?
Personal.
G stands for goals. So now, watch this. Now you have everything all laid out. You know when the Cutco events are, when you need to make phone calls, you know your personal stuff. Now I want you to go back, start with Saturday, and circle the appointments that you're willing to offer as times to work. Meaning, all right, I would want to book these. These, I don't want to get up too early, so I wouldn't do that. I definitely want to do this one. For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. Okay? And here's the timeout. Eyes up real quick. If you're planning on working really part-time, even in your fast start because of other stuff going on, a part-time representative typically is about 1 to 2 a day. Okay? High flyer is about 4 to 5 plus a day, and then in between is 2 to 4, roughly. Okay? So 1 to 2 days part-time, 2 to 4 is in between, 4 to 5 is if you're going for a 10K fast start. Remember Charles said, hey, I always have 4 or more a day. He's a high flyer. Okay. So go through, and can I get one more eyes, and then you can start circling. Eyes up here Saturday. Even if you're part-time, put a $sign next to 5 and a $sign next to 7. Why? Who should be there? Someone from who? Someone from who? Your top who? Top 5. Meaning if I'm part-time and I only want to do 1 or 2, get those 1 or 2 with your best 1 or 2 people, and then take the rest of the day off. Don't do this. Don't leave training to nothing. That's just the worst ever. Okay? So go ahead. You have Cutco. You have personal. Go ahead and circle the appointments you want to all first times. I'll give you 30 seconds. If you're a high flyer and you have nothing going on, circle them all, maybe minus the midnight ones, the late ones. If you're willing to do it, put them down. Okay. Eyes up when you're done. Eyes up when you're done. All right, watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So each day, you got your Cutco, C. You have your P, which is what? What's the last one? Goals. So ready? 1, 2, 3. At the top of Saturday, I'm going to put 3 as my goal. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put 4 as my goal. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put 4 as my goal. Go ahead and do the same thing, please. So then, ready? Add up that total number. It's 11. Add up that total number. Okay. And ready? Watch this. 10% of you can't even get to 10 because you've got some other things you can't work around. Most of you should get between 9 and 13, and high flyers should be able to get 14 to 17. How many of you have between 14 and 17 circled? Oh, more than 10%. Cool. All right, so you have more open. How many of you have less than 10 circled? Okay, 10% of you. By the way, keep your hands up. Less than 10 circled. I want you to feel really good about working here because we might be the only job that allows you to work while still working this crazy schedule. I think it's awesome. So take advantage. Whatever slots you do have, Gavin, and everyone else, work those, get those appointments in. And how many of you have between 9 and 13? Most of you. Okay, perfect. Okay, so you're gaining a skill in the area. Rich?
Scheduling and prioritizing.
Yeah, scheduling and prioritizing a couple things. What are you prioritizing here, everybody? Your best customers. What are you prioritizing over here? Good. What else are you noticing? How about you get to pick when you work? Eyes up here. You get to pick when you work. You're welcome. How many of you are used to the opposite? It's different here. You let us know when you want to work, just like this. Now, time out. I want you to take a look at the time. We have taken probably a good 25 minutes to do this. From here on out, this should take you less than 2 minutes. You guys see? Okay, so this sheet is important. At the top, please print. I mean, really concentrate on your handwriting, please. Print your name clearly. Put your cell phone number. Okay. If you need one, ask Andrew. Thanks, Andrew. Okay.
Number of
He'll come talk to you. Okay. Okay. Then it says, how many Mac customers do you have? Give me a rough estimate. If it's under 10, give me the number. If it's between 10 and 50, try to give me as close to the number. If you can't count, put 50 plus.
Total?
Yeah, total. Total Mac customers. Just so I know what range you're in. I want to know which one you fall under. George, most of them. Most of your customers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Scott, most of your customers, Max, depending. Oh, we don't have numbers yet because you haven't. Okay. Okay, eyes up. Eyes up here, unless you're talking to Andrew. Eyes up here. Okay. So then the next section under Mac customers, it says, may I, Scott, real quick? It says all out. It says part-time. It says in between. Not for your career, because I don't even care. Each week you can change how you work with us, right? I mean for fast start. Are you all out? 10K high flyer, 10K fast start? Are you part-time during your fast start? Or you're somewhere in between, you're not sure? Circle the one. And at the bottom, go ahead and put your goals and the total for your first weekend. Oh, don't worry about checking time. That's we'll do that with you one-on-one. Cool? Awesome. How many of you circled part-time, just so I know? About 10%, okay. How many of you in between? Okay. Who circled all out? Okay, raise your hand real high, all out. So I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You should be here tomorrow. One more time, raise all out. You should be here tomorrow. So I'll help you go all out. Okay? Now, raise your hand if you put in between. Okay. If you're not sure, but you're interested in hearing how a 10K fast start works, you should be here tomorrow. Meaning, okay, I don't know if I have the schedule to go all out, but I might. I'm willing to work around everything I have. And you want to hear it out? Shh, listen up. You should be here tomorrow. Everyone understand? Like last week, I had, I think, 17 people here for that out of the training group. 7 were all out. 10 were, I'm checking it out. I'm in between. I don't know yet. And of those 10, 6 or 7 hit their first promo first day or two. So it's worth the information. Okay. You might even decide, okay, I'm not sure. I'm in between. You show up to this, and you might say, Jeff, you know, I'm not going to go for a 10K fast start, but I still want the tips. That'll help you too. Cool? Does everyone understand? Okay, good. You're going to take those sheets, pass them to the left. Pass them to my left, your right. Sorry.
He's going to work. No, he's going to.
Yeah, don't worry about checking.
School started on Monday.
We'll work around it. No big deal. That's easy. School's not easy.
School's not.
Oh, it's easy to work around.
I can't do anything with the fast right now.
I'll figure it out. Okay, last thing. Everyone understand schedule so far? If you understand, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Okay, before we do power stretch and recharge, let's finish the rest of the schedule. Go back now to page 29 plus 1. 30. Go to page 30. You like that, Anna? 30. Focus 5 means your best 5 customers. Okay. So now, how many days are in that page on 30? How many days is that? 4. Right, so go ahead and put Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And that way you have the schedule. And then look up when you're done. Okay. Can I get eyes real quick? Really important point too. Notice the first page. Go back to page 29. How many days does it have?
3.
Just 3. There's a reason. Let me say this. There's a reason because we have what's called the 3-day rule. You only want to set up an appointment with people within 3 days of the time you're calling. You don't want to schedule too far over 4, 5, 6, or a week. Why? What happens?
They forget.
They forget. You forget. Well, you won't forget, but they forget. You know why they forget? What kind of customers are we showing?
Math.
Busiest people in the world. Why?
Kids.
Kids, jobs, husband, wife, yeah, whole bunch of stuff going on. When you schedule 4, 5, 6, you literally can chop your appointments that get completed in half all the time. So we don't even want you to schedule more than 4 days in advance. If someone says, "Oh, Gavin, honey, you know your uncle and I, we'll see you, but can you do it for 5 days from now?" Instead of booking it, you'll just say, "Oh, you know what, Aunt so and so, I'll call you when it's within 3 days because that's what I'm supposed to do." So you don't worry about that. You put it on him, put it on me. You understand? Go ahead and put in Champions Club, 8 to 9:30, all the way through Friday. So you can actually put on Tuesday and just fill in the blocks all the way through the 4 days. One more time, just to review. Champions Club is where Ricky or myself will give you personal coach go for 10K fast start. Mike, next thing. What's CPG? Stands for what? C stands for what? P stands for what?
Goals.
I'm sorry. C stands for what?
Personal.
P stands for.
Personal.
C stands for what?
Cutco.
P stands for.
Personal.
G stands for.
Goals.
C does not stand for personal. So go ahead and do Cutco. Let's do this. Let's do 10. Okay. Then I have a special event I want to share with you. It's really interesting. This is why this is one of the best trainings to ever be in the whole year. 8 to 12 times a whole year. The last one of the whole summer is this Tuesday. It's where I invite people, invitation only, who are over $1,000 in sales, which should be the majority of this group by Monday. I invite anyone over $1,000 in sales from all of Florida to drive here to this office, so that way I get to teach from 12:30 to 4:30. What I do is I take all the advanced tips from my first summer, 1997. My average order is not $250, it's almost $1,000. Okay, my closing ratio is not 60, it's 98. And my average recommendation is about 22. But that's advanced training, that's a lot of stuff to cover, so I teach that stuff on Tuesday. I also cover, those of you that are interested in entrepreneurial internship, where you can run your own office, any management positions, either for the fall, next summer, this coming summer. That's also a chance for you to learn about that and how to earn those positions. So that's going to be 12:30, and I want you to put down SLDM and put 1K plus, because you have to be at least $1,000. So Tuesday, 12:30 goes to 4:30. Okay. Would anyone be interested in hearing that information? Okay. Just make sure that you're at your first promotion by then. And here's what's cool. It's within your first 10 days. What contest is in your first 10 days? Yeah, so you have the 10K fast start, and you have this extra training in the middle of your fast start. Okay? The odds of you having a 10K fast start increase when you have this meeting. So make sure you work hard. High flyers for sure. In between, try to get to that meeting if you want to really increase your fast start. So 10 o'clock, you don't want to miss appointments. If you obviously don't qualify, you would do appointments during this. After 9 and 11. Okay. 5, 7, 9, and 11. Eyes up here. 5, 7, 9, and 11. Yes. 5, 7, 9, and 11. Okay. That's the C, right? What's P stand for? Personal. Go ahead and put your personal. Let's say you have some engagement here. Oh, really special sauce tip. Make sure you have appointments. Always have 1 or 2 appointments after any training. Advanced training. All right, wait. Advanced training, have 1 or 2. They're always money. SLDM always have 1 or 2. Why? Fresh out of the blocks with the training. Everyone got personal? I'll give you 10 seconds. Put personal. What's the G stand for? All right. So go ahead, circle the ones you want to do. Put the goal at the top. So far, so good. Okay. Wednesday. Let's continue, and we'll wrap up and do another recharge. Wednesday, 8 to 9:30. Same thing, Champions Club. Now go to later on at 4 o'clock. Right, we have your other advanced training. So from 4 to 9. 4 to 9. You have your advanced training number 2. 4 to 9, you have advanced training number 2. And just a reminder, this is where I teach you again more advanced tips. I teach you how to call the recommendations that are from directories. And then this is where I teach you how to sell Cutco on the internet. Okay? After your advanced training, eyes when you're done. You get eyes? After advanced training, you have your first meeting with a chance to mix and mingle with the people that already work here. We have some special messages. Sometimes we have guest speakers. That's going to be right after, so you can just put from 9 to 10 because they don't have like 45. You put team meeting. Always bring your notebook and pen to that. We always have themes, by the way. And then after at 10 o'clock, you can put bowling. Because our team goes bowling. Obviously that's not mandatory, but highly recommended. What are some? Well, the fun benefit is what you meet people. But what's the business benefit?
Network.
Network, yeah. Network with the right people, by the way. Okay. Let's go backwards. 2 o'clock. 12 o'clock. 10 o'clock. 2 o'clock. 12 o'clock. 10 o'clock. C stands for what? Cutco. So you have the Cutco. What's P stand for?
Personal.
Put your personal in. So let's say you have something on a 10. Last thing stand. What's the G stand for?
Goal.
Goal. So 2 would be my goal here. You guys get the hang of it. And we'll finish up Thursday, Friday in a second. Eyes up. Okay. Thursday's easy. You do 10, 12, 2, 4. At 6 o'clock, I want you to put down phone calls. Put a question mark till 9. I'll explain in a second. So 10, 12, 2, 4, and then from 6 to 9, put phone calls with a question mark. Eyes up when you're done. 6 to 9 phone calls with a question mark. Eyes up when you're done. Okay. So 10, 12, 2, and 4, 6 to 9 phone calls. Question mark. Okay. Who remembers? How many days in advance do you want to set appointments for?
3.
Only. How many?
3.
Yeah, one more time. How many?
3.
Yeah, only 3. Why? Too far advanced, they reschedule, they cancel. So why is Thursday a great time to make calls? For when? For the weekend. It's different. Okay, so Sunday is a great time for the week. Thursday is a great time for the weekend. The reason there's a question mark, eyes up here. Here's why there's a question mark. Because we're going to give you plenty of time to make calls on Wednesday. You might already book them. The whole goal is to book them Wednesday when you're here. But in case you don't, just in case, it's like the gym time. Let's say, I think personal training, you understand this. Let's say your client needs to have a certain amount of calories burned, a certain amount of workouts. And you have this workout, but they didn't quite do it right. Come on in tomorrow. Let's finish up your workout. It's the same thing. Cool? Okay. Now, what's the P stand for? Personal. What's the G? Straight up. We drew in. Ooh. Right. Friday. This one's easy. There's no Cutco. It's all just open appointment time. So, same thing. 10, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. CPG, Cutco, personal, goals, same thing. So you have something going on from 12 to 4. Got it? So I should be able to ask you in any given moment, how many appointments are you trying to book for each day in your first 10 days? So far, notice we didn't go through 10. I stopped at 7 on purpose. We're going to stop there. We'll take it and we'll go through the rest of the schedule later. But you already have it.
So like none of this is like set in stone though, right? Like you still have to make all the calls and like figure out
and then you have to adjust. Well,
it's still flexible.
what's set in stone is when you want to offer times. But if you want to be flexible, you can. But here's the cool thing. It's you have a customer, right? Hey, George, sweetie, your uncle and I, we can see you at 9 o'clock. Is 9 o'clock circled in my schedule?
No.
I would, I don't have that available. Now, what you're really saying, I'm not willing to work then? Fine. But you don't have it available in your schedule. Good point. It's a beautiful part of the job, one of the most beautiful parts of the job. Okay.
What's coming from?
I'm just making it up. I was just saying, like, if you had something personal here. Okay, everyone got their goals? CPG? All right, good stuff. Put your stuff down, stand up. Let's recharge. Nice work, nice work. Hands up in the air. Oh, bring it down slowly. Okay, hands on your hips, lean to your right. Lean to your left. Doctor's not getting that back. Okay, roll your shoulders forward. Backwards. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, slow. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, real slow. Hands on your hips. Neck to one side. Neck to the other. Look up. Look down. Inhale, arms up. Hold it. Exhale, real slow. Shake out your legs. Elbows in. Core tight. Slow, slow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, chin to the ceiling, tippy toe. Inhale. Exhale, real slow. Okay, shoulders back. Ready? Hands in front. Shoulders, roll shoulders forward. Move to the left. Move to the right. Nice. You are now dancing. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale. Hands up in the air. Bring down, exhale. Okay, hands up in the air. On 3, start to shake. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, ready? Shake out your legs. Okay, push your fingers down. Stretch it out. Other way. Okay, in. Elbows in. Inhale. Exhale. Shake out your legs one more time. Okay, I want to face that wall for me. Stand right behind the person in front of you, so scoot up a little bit. So stand right up, right behind the person in front of you. Ankle right in front of Gavin, please. On 3, low karate chops in the middle of the back. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Low karate chops, go, go. Don't hurt them. Karate chop, karate chop. Oh, we're going to return the favor, don't worry. Karate chop, everyone go. Brush off the back. Face the other wall, return the favor. On 3, 2, 1, karate chop, go. Everyone go. A little bit harder, not that hard. Ooh, not that hard. Poor Anna. Ready? Brush off the back. Face your role play partner. Brush off their shoulders. Nice job. 2 high fives in the air. Say, let's go. All right, have a seat. There you go. Nice work. Okay, folks, we're on the home stretch. I'm excited because the last part of training is the most influential to your income. And if I could just make one comment, you guys have been a tremendous, outstanding training class. You can tell I'm getting really fun and crazy. And when you see that in me, it's because I'm having a lot of fun with the group. From the back to the front, east to west, left to right. It's been awesome training you. And I can tell you with all certainty, if you continue to follow the program and do what you're doing, put the energy in, and you're going to get off to a fast start. So I thank you. I applaud you for that. However, the most important part's now, and of course, this is where the energy goes down. Why? Because we've just been here for a longer time. But as you know, it's not always how you start. It's always how you what? It's always how you finish. So I need your best right now. I need you to dig down. I need your money energy. Why? Because I'm going to make you a lot of money right now. I'm going to teach you how to make phone calls to book these appointments. We're going to make the call so you book your first 5 to 10 before you leave. That way, when you go home tonight, you're confident. You can book your first 5, 10, 15 right away, and we're ready to get off to a fast start. So if I can have your energy today, but you promise me to give me your best right now so I can help you make money, raise your hand, say I.
Aye.
Raise your other hand, say I'm with you, Jeff.
I'm with you,
Raise
Jeff.
your both hands up and say, let's go. Go.
Let's go.
All right, turn to the person next to you, your role play partner. Point to him. Stare at him. Nod your head as if to say, oh yeah. Okay. All right, thank you. I need 2 confident readers, please. 2 confident readers. We'll go. Okay, George, and we'll go back to Nick. Okay.
What page are you on?
What's that? Pretty soon, not right now, when we do the role play for the phone. Thank you, sir. All right, turn to page 27. George is going to be my reader for 27. Okay. Before we start, here's what's really important to note. Okay. Eyes up. Here's what's really important to note. I love this phone approach that I'm going to teach you. Here's why. Because it creates such a level of comfort. I know sometimes there's an association of discomfort with the phone because when you think of business, when you think of a product and you associate the phone, what do you think of? Telemarketing, hassling, pain in the butt. Raise your hand if you've experienced telemarketers. Say, ugh. Yeah, they're rude. They take your time. They don't know who you are. They're calling inconvenient times. That's why I love this. It's the complete opposite. When you use this, remember, there are 4 gears to calling people. Who's the first type of person we're going to learn to call?
Friends and family.
Max, which are who? Friends and family. It's like asking them for a favor. It's really awesome. Like this is like asking them for a favor. They always say yes because they always do favors for people who are friends and family. And it's like who's ever done this? Your little kid, mom says, "Hey, can you go next door, ask Miss Susan for some sugar or for some butter because we forgot." You're like, you go run over get some eggs. It's the same thing. So all I want to do is cover some very, very basic tips. We're going to practice the phone approach. We'll role play, and then we're going to spend the rest of the evening booking up appointments and covering your schedules, and ready to rock and roll. So, Mr. George, if you will, start with your success.
Your success during your first week with Vector will be determined by the number of training appointments you complete. Of course, your success will always be in proportion to the number of appointments you do. Here are some tips for scheduling a lot of appointments.
Okay, ready? The first tip, Mr. George.
Do not sell over the phone. Remember, the purpose of your call is simply to schedule an appointment. Keep your conversation, the business aspect, short and to the point.
Yeah, don't call your friends tonight and say, "Oh, Miss Linda, yeah, you're gonna love these knives. They're so awesome." "Oh no, I know, Mr. Gavin. Let me talk to your wife because she's gonna buy all this." Don't sell over the phone because then you become who? Telemarketer. When do we sell, everybody? In the home. When you can do the 7 steps to the sale. When you have what in front of them? The product. Okay, the product. Okay, so don't try to sell over the phone. Just get the appointment. If you understand, raise your hand. Say I.
Aye.
Number 2, George.
Stress the fact that it's not a question of buying or selling. Many people will tell you, you can come over, but I'm not going to buy anything. Respond by saying, that's okay, because I get paid whether or not you get something, and I need as many appointments as I can.
Okay, here's what's really important. What's the ratio? 10% of you, right? 10% of the customers, when they talk to you, oh, we're not going to buy anything. George doesn't just whatever it is. We'll see you. We love you. We're not buying anything. What do they have? Buyers, what? Right? 10% of you. Oh, George, it doesn't. Whatever. We'll buy it. Just come over. It doesn't matter. There should be your top 5, right? Okay. Most of you will have a customer that has like 1 or 2 questions, like, "Hey, what is it?" or "Okay," or "Sounds kind of strange, but of course they'll see you." Doesn't matter. Don't get disappointed if you have someone, one of the 10% that says, "Oh, I'm not going to buy anything," because that's natural. Because what haven't they seen yet? "Oh, Rich, sweetie, your uncle and I, we just bought blah 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 blah. Buyer's remorse. We're broke. We're not going to buy anything." My parents said that. They bought a homemaker. I said no because right when I asked for the appointment, my sister asked for some money for some soccer camp or something like that. So what did my mom have? Buyer's what?
Remorse.
Yeah, but then she saw the product was better. So don't get freaked out if you get that, okay? If you understand that, raise your hand. Say aye.
Aye.
All right, number 3.
Planning and scheduling your time properly is very important. Use your activity schedule.
Okay, we just spent 30 minutes doing the schedule. So when you book, let's say I call Uncle Jarius and his wife, and the mom says, "Okay, well, so we'll see you Saturday at 5. You should put their name at Saturday at 5. Why? not just for you, but for me. Here's why. Tomorrow we're going to check through your schedule and make sure it's all done properly. That way we know who your customers are. Also, it helps us to verify your appointments so you get paid properly. So when you put the name of the customer, we know, and it's going to match up to our schedule. Okay? In other words, we just spent all this time doing the schedule. Make sure you use it. If you notice, here's what's interesting. The phone approach I'm going to teach you is right next to the schedule, so when you book it, you can look at the schedule and not make up times. I don't want you to make up times. I only want you to make up the times that you what? That you scheduled. If you circled it, offer it. Remember what George just said? If George doesn't circle 9, don't offer 9. I'm not available at 9 on Tuesday. You understand what I'm saying? Raise your hand. Say aye.
Aye.
If you didn't raise your hand, say aye.
Aye.
Trick question. Sorry. Everyone good? Okay. Next one. George.
Speak with the wife on the phone. Not always, but many times she will know the household schedule.
Okay. Talk to moms. A, because they're nicer. And B, ready? And B, they run the household schedule. Gentlemen, don't be fooled. The moms run the house. I'm just telling you. The moms usually take care of the kids. True story, I called my uncle, my mom's brother, Uncle Virgil. I tried to set up the appointment with him, the dad. Don't do that. I'm just telling you. And he's the cook, by the way. That's why I said, oh, well, he cooks, though. That's not, I don't care who cooks. I want to know who knows the schedule. So I tried to book up with my uncle, and he said, oh, no, so, you know, buddy, we're not available. We just can't. We're just so busy this time of year. Can you just call us back maybe after the summer? Basically a no. Right? I was like, oh, okay. So I went to the kitchen. My mom said, oh, when is your Uncle Virgil and Aunt Nilda going to see you? I said, Uncle Virgil said they're busy and they can't see me. My mom goes, what? I said, he said they're busy. She goes, give me the phone. She calls the house. He picks up. Hello? Alicia. Virgil. Oh, hey, what's up? Hey, where's your wife? Hold on. Hold on. You know what she said? Oh, perfect, honey. Tomorrow at 7's perfect. We'll be there, both of us. $700 order. And he said what? Oh, we can't see you. We're too busy. What's the rule? Talk to who?
The wife.
Talk to who?
The wife.
Okay, good. If you understand what I'm saying, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Good. George, continue.
When calling, always give a choice of 2 different times.
Okay, when calling, always give a choice of 2 times. This is one of the most professional things I'll teach you tonight. When you're a professional, you don't leave it to customers to make decisions. You give options for them to choose from. I'll give you an example. If I were to ask you, hey, what's your favorite movie? 10% of you already know the answer. 10% of you can't even handle. Oh, God, it's so hard. Most of you will struggle and think for a second. If you have a customer that needs to think too much and has too much to think about, what's the answer always going to be? No, we're busy. Call me next month, next week. Do you want to make it where they don't have to think? Who's ever played the appetizer game where you sit down with a friend or a significant other and you say, what do you want to get? And they say, I don't know. What do you want to get? You say, I don't care. What do you want to get? And they say, I don't care either. Do it this way. So what would you rather get? This appetizer, or they just have to choose, right? Just weigh the options. If they don't like those two, you say, okay, well, how about this one or this one? What's your favorite movie? Which movie do you like better? This movie or this? So now, what do I have to do? I don't have to think. I just have to choose. You understand? How many times, everybody? 2. How many times?
2.
Everyone, how many times?
2.
One of you is asleep. Eyes up here. How many times?
2.
2. Don't fall asleep. It's important. Okay, George, continue.
Set up a specific time, not tentative, and make sure they write it down.
Yeah, set up a definite time, not tentative, and make sure they write it down.
Allow yourself.
Set up a definite time. Here's why this is so important. You've got to set up a definite time and make sure they write it down so they don't what?
Forget.
Yeah, they don't forget. Okay? You don't forget. If they don't write it down, how many of you have had someone say, oh, can you write down the confirmation number, and you don't really write it down? You forget it? Okay.
Get screwed.
Make sure they write it down. Gavin, just check out with Andrew. Okay. Next one.
Allow yourself extra time for your first few presentations. It will take you a little bit longer until you become familiar with the material.
Okay. Eyes up here. How far apart are the appointments I set for you?
2 hours.
2 hours on purpose. The presentation itself takes about 45 minutes for everything. And then if you're closing, it takes a little bit longer because you're wheeling and dealing, you're calling us, and we're working out prices and deals. Then you have to get recommendations. Then you have to travel. So why 2 hours? Because you can't even get an appointment in within that. Now, the only exception, let's say how many of you have like next door neighbors you think might go back to back? You can do an hour and a half. That's okay. So like a 9 and a 10:30, that's okay. Got it? You understand that? Raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Beautiful. Continue.
You should set up appointments with only the most qualified people during training. It's not really training unless the customer could buy if they wanted to. It makes sense to see your best prospects first.
Okay, in fact, we already picked out your best who?
5.
Yeah, best 5. So show them. What's the goal of the 5? To see them by when?
Monday?
Yeah, before Monday. What's the goal of your best 2? To see them when?
Saturday.
Saturday. What's the goal of your best 1? First appointment. Okay, if you understand the Focus 5 concept, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Beautiful. Continue.
Make sure you speak directly with the person you'd like to schedule with. Relaying messages oftentimes leads to miscommunication.
Don't call your friends your age who act, think, and speak like a college student and ask them to talk to them for an appointment. Why? Tell me why that doesn't work. Rich. They don't know how to say it. They don't have to think it's a professional burden. No one's setting up. Why? They keep saying no. Only 10%, if that. How many are saying no? Like the last 6 people have said no. Did you talk to them live? Well, no, I talked to the daughter or the son. That's why. Okay. Next one.
Realize that not everyone will answer their phone. Generally, there's a 3-to-1 rule. For every 3 phone calls, 1 person will pick up. When someone doesn't answer, just dial the next person. The more phone calls you make, the more people will answer.
Okay. 3-to-1. Here's what's really important. I want to kind of help you understand what is and what isn't a lot of phone calls to make. 3-to-1. If you want to set up 10 appointments, that means you probably have to make 30 calls. And here's why. Here's why. Because some people aren't available and they won't be available when you call. Some people you'll call and it's almost as if they were waiting for you to call about Cutco. They're like, okay, can't wait for Andy to call me because I'm going to set up a Cutco appointment. Most people, you're going to have to kind of figure out either they're at dinner, you have to call them back, you might leave a message, they'll return your call, etc., etc. You guys understand what I'm saying? So it's better to make the right amount of phone calls. It's kind of like working out. You can only burn calories when you do a certain amount of exercises. Or let me say this again. Eyes up here. You got eyes up here? Okay. You'll only get appointments if you make a certain amount of calls. I had a rep last week. Okay. Only got 2 appointments. How many calls do you make? Jeff. 10 calls. Okay? So really important. If you understand that concept, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
That's why it's so important to work on your assignment and get those phone numbers. Now for Seabass, for Scott, for Ahmed, so you'll get those wins tonight. Okay? Any questions on that? Okay. Now keep in mind, I want eyes up here. This is really important. You're making calls tonight. How many days is the rule that I gave you?
3.
How many days?
3.
3, meaning you only said within 3 days. When you call tonight, just know you're never going to wait till Friday ever again to make your phone calls. The only reason you're waiting tonight till Friday is because this is when you're training. Normally, when do you set up your weekends?
Thursdays.
Yeah, Wednesdays and Thursdays. Okay? So 10% of the people you call tonight, you won't get a hold of, and you won't get a hold of all night because they're just already out. Some people will just be home doing nothing, and most of the people you talk to tonight will either be home or you have to catch them in a little bit after dinner or right when they get home. Okay? Beautiful. Last one. Last
Two more. Previous Cutco owners are the best prospects. Make sure to always schedule appointments with customers who tell you they already own Cutco.
Okay. Oh, ready? Listen up. Eyes up here. Really important. Oh, honey, we've already seen the presentation 5 or 6 times. good. Right? In fact, that's what I want you to say. Awesome. Like, great. Uncle George, good. Or no, you wouldn't talk to Uncle George. Aunt Anna, awesome. Why? Because what do they already have that doesn't make the price a big deal? They already have value in the product. You guys understand that? What do they have already? Value. They have value. Now, they might say, oh, honey, we already have everything. They never have everything. No, I'm sure they never have everything. Or, honey, we have the whole set. They usually never have the whole set. But then when they see the new products, we always upgrade them, and then we work out a deal. 90%, almost 100% of the time, when you show someone who's seen it, they buy more every time, and they give you more what later?
More recommendations.
More recommendations. More recommendations. Everyone understand that concept? Raise your hand. Say aye.
Aye.
Yeah. Even if they say, well, honey, we're not interested. We've already seen too many. Just say, Mrs. Jones, it's for practice, and I get training anyway. Once you're there, you'll sell. Cool? All right. Last one.
Phoning is equal to working. Once your appointments are set, you're done working. Now it's time to have fun. Do some demos.
All right. So we're going to practice. This is exactly a script, but here's the cool thing. You don't have to memorize this. Why? Because you're on the phone. It's okay if you read. Now, you might have customers that say, hey, are you reading? What should you tell them?
Sure.
Yes, because I'm in training. So listen, friend and family. I'm serious. Can you see why you start with friends and family? Miss Danielle, yes, I'm Danielle. I'm reading. Please, I'm just in training. Just listen. I know I can come over, but I have to do this thing. Okay, good. All right. You might have to do that with like one aunt. Who's got an aunt that would make you do that? Yeah, tell her, hey, I'm in training. Okay, go ahead. No, that was one of our top reps last week. She called her sister, and her sister's like, are you reading? She goes, yes, it's for training. Okay, good. Practice, go. Right? Got the appointment. Homemaker, by the way. Homemaker. So far, so good? Okay, so at the top, it says, hi blank. The first blank is the customer name. You can put in parentheses, customer name. Andrew, where's Ricky? Is he taking care? Oh, okay. Hi blank. Customer name. This is blank. You can just go ahead and put your name. Hi blank. Hi Aunt Susan. Hi Miss Crystal, my neighbor. Hi Aunt Anna. This is Jeff. And then it says in parentheses, how are you? Why is it in parentheses? Because I don't want you to just stop there and keep going. I want you to keep chit-chatting. What's the first step to the sale, everybody? To do what? Connect and explain why. I want you to connect more. So it goes something like this. And then you'll be my Tia Anna, okay? Pretend. Hello?
Hi.
Hi, Tia Anna. It's Jeff. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. What's going on? What's new?
Not much.
Good. Did you go to the barbecue last night for church?
I did.
Good. Was it fun? What am I doing? I'm just chit-chatting. Chit-chat like you normally would. Why? What happens if you don't chit-chat? What is the...
No connection.
No connection. It's rude. Just selling. You don't do that. Okay, good. I understand? All right. The reason I'm calling is I just started a new job. So now you're going to talk about the business. And as part of my training, I'm required to put on some initial appointments. So now you're explaining how it works. I do appointments for the job. I'm doing it for the training so you don't have to get anything because I get paid just to show it. What are you taking away? Take away the pressure. Notice it doesn't say buy. It says so you don't have to get anything. It sounds nicer to what? Yeah, when you say you don't have to buy, it's like, oh, buy. Oh, buyer's remorse. Buyer's remorse. You don't have to get any. Get. That's why we say complete, not ultimate. That's why we say get, not buy. Ready? I'm doing it for the training, so you don't have to get anything because I get paid just to show it. I need to do blank. The blank is your goal. Fill in that number. The day for that week. Yeah, for this weekend, the one that you gave me. All right, your next 3 days. What's your goal? 14, 9, 11, 7, 12. Whatever goal you have. Okay, back to the paper. Back to page 28 when you're ready. I need to do, I'll use, who's all out? All out. Okay, cool. Good. What's your goal? 12, okay. I need to do 12 appointments, Tia, before Tuesday. Now, don't fill it in yet because it'll change. When? Why will it change?
Every time.
Every time you're calling, you only call within how many days? 3 days. So, but for tonight, it's going to be Tuesday. I need to do 13 appointments before Tuesday. So I wanted to know if I could stop by on Friday. I don't know if I could stop by on whatever day, at time, or with time be better for you. Okay. I need to do 11 appointments before Tuesday. Hey, Andrew? Oh, he's on the phone. Okay. I need to do 11 appointments before Tuesday, so I wanted to know if I could stop by on, and watch me, everyone, eyes up here. How many times do we offer? Who remembers?
2.
Everyone, how many times do we offer?
2.
Right, so I wanted to know if I could stop by on Saturday at 5 or would 7 o'clock be better for you? And notice it's not what I said, it's what? It's both, right? How I said it was important. Did I say it in a way where I was hoping they'd see me, or did I say it in a way that I assumed yes? Right, watch. Mrs. Jones, so, Miss Natalie, I wanted to know if I could stop by on Saturday at 5 or would 7 o'clock be better? Meaning, I'm coming over. No, really, right? If you're calling someone and you don't think you can just come over, that's not a friend and family. That's someone you'll call when I teach acquaintances. I'm going to call people where it's like, it's easy. Okay, one more time. I need to do 11 appointments before Tuesday, so I wanted to know if I could stop by on Sunday at 3 or would Saturday at 5 be better for you? Whatever they choose, they just are helping you. They're doing a favor. So what's the common respectful response? Thank you. Take a look. It says thank you so much. Do not forget to thank them. They are helping you. Okay? Ms. Susan, thank you so much. Now see where it says firm up? Circle where it says firm up. Thank you so much. The firm up is like cherry on top. Okay? You can't have a sundae without whipped cream and cherries. Otherwise, it's just ice cream. Right? You need to make the sundae. If you don't put the cherry and the whipped cream, it's not a sundae. If you don't firm it up, it's not a set appointment because they're more likely to cancel if you don't do this. Okay? So I'm calling Tia Anna. Now, Tia, this appointment is really important to me. Do you have a pen and a piece of paper? Eyes up here. That's a question. So wait for an answer. Okay? So do you have a pen and a piece of paper? I'll wait. Why? Because you want to make sure they actually what? Get the pen and paper. Okay, Tia, do you have the pen and paper?
Yes.
Awesome. Could you please jot down and listen to how I'm saying it? Could you please jot down that I'll be there on Saturday at 5? Why do I say it like that?
So they
have time to write it down. Okay? If you understand that, raise your hand. Say aye.
Aye.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. Also, I do want to let you know that I'm counting on this appointment to get a full weekend's pay. Stop. How does that sound now? Versus just coming over to say hi. Sounds Seba. That's it. Business. Business, right? I'll say it again. Also, I do want to let you know I'm counting on this appointment to get a full weekend's pay. It's not, hey, I'm coming over for barbecue like last night. Hey, I'm not coming over just to watch the World Cup game. It's I have to do this for a full weekend's pay. Keep going. And I know this probably doesn't mean a lot to you, but it means the world to me, so I really appreciate it. So what are you doing? Say it again, I'm sorry?
I speak to him and he said, I know something wrong with me.
Well, no, because if you were listening to what I said earlier, I said you're in training for your job, right?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I know too. What I'm saying is you're going to use the script. Cool? You don't have to. You don't have to use a script, but you'll see what happens if you don't. Okay? All right. So also, I do want to let you know that I'm counting on this appointment to get a full weekend's pay. And I know this probably doesn't mean a lot to you, but it means the world to me, so I really appreciate it. What are you trying to say there?
You need it.
This is important. I
Don't
need
cancel
help,
me.
and please don't cancel on me. Really important, okay? And just to his point, by the way, yeah, many of you don't speak like this. That's why you're college students. It was really uncomfortable for me too, Bob. It was like, oh, this is weird. It's not weird when you're professional and you let them know, hey, I'm in training. It's really important. That's why you start with friends and family too. Don't be fancy. Can I tell you a true story? I'm glad you brought that up. True story. Last week I had someone, and they totally did it on their own. And they got the appointment saying whatever they wanted to say their way. 13 appointments set. 1 got done.
They cancel?
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Because they did it their way. Right? So Marquise, I'm so glad you brought that up. Like, it's really important that you stick to the script. Okay. One more time at the bottom. Ready? Also, I do want to let you know that I'm counting on this appointment to get a full weekend's pay. And I know this probably doesn't mean a lot to you, but it means the world to me, so I really appreciate it. Thanks again, and I will see you on, one more time, day and time. So you can put in parentheses daytime. Go ahead and fill it in. You don't say the word day and time. You can't. Okay? So far, so good? Okay. So watch. Yes?
What if the person only speaks one language besides?
Speak that language. No, I'm sorry, I'm confused. Like Spanish? Or, okay, do you speak Creole?
Yeah, but it's really bad.
Then do Creole-ish.
English.
Or Spanglish.
English.
Springlish, whatever it is. Yeah, it doesn't matter. By the way, it's more endearing and cuter when you do it that way anyway. Anyone speak Spanish? It's like, ay, que lindo. It's like, oh, that's so cute, trying so hard. It's like that. Go ahead.
I was going to ask a question about that earlier. What happens if you need to do the demo in another language?
Then do it in another language. Yeah, eating's
How the
universal.
script is?
What's that?
How the script is?
Yeah, and how many of you would speak a second language and can pretty much translate kind of on the spot? Okay, and if not, I'll give you a Spanish manual. But I don't like the Spanish manual because it's very parochial. It's like, it's almost like saying, hello, this is the Cutco script. And
Sounds even fake.
yeah, it sounds weird, so it's better to do Spanglish. One more question, we'll roll.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I have to leave.
Oh.
Is that right?
Not really, but okay.
Sorry, I have to go. I don't have a choice.
Okay, sure you do. Go
Sorry to
ahead.
interrupt.
All right. Keep going. Ready? So let's role play. Oh, where's Andrew? You seen Andrew? Okay, cool. Hey, Adrian, you need to talk to Rick or Andrew before you leave.
Alright, that's next door?
Yeah, same place. Okay.
What if your top 5 are not your family and friends?
Then you don't know how to call them until Monday.
Okay,
Okay,
so
cool. So I'll
just
teach-
wait.
Yeah, so go to like the next best 5. Okay. I'm gonna finish up here. So you're gonna call me, Miss Anna, right? I'll call you first. Follow along. Ding, 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 ding. All your what if questions I usually answer by the time we're done. Okay. Ding, 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 ding.
Hello.
Hi, Tia. It's Jeff. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. What's going on? What's new?
Not much. How about you?
Good. How's the fam?
Great.
Good. And how's little Carlos? Did he win a soccer game?
Oh yeah, he did.
Oh, that's so cute. Good. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. What are you doing? You're connecting, right? If you understand, raise your hand. Say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Follow along. The reason I'm calling is I just started a new job. As part of my training. I'm required to put on some initial appointments. I'm doing it for the training, so you don't have to get anything because I get paid just to show it. I need to do 11 appointments before Tuesday, so I wanted to know if I could stop by on Saturday at 5, or would 7 o'clock be better for you?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock? Okay, thank you so much, Tia. Now, Tia, this appointment's really important to me. Do you have a pen and a piece of paper I can wait?
Okay.
Got it? Okay, cool. What did I do? Wait for an answer. See what I did? I waited. Could you please jot down that I'll be there on Saturday at 5 p.m. You got it, Tia?
Yes.
Okay, 7. Okay, 7. Thanks a lot. Also, I do want to let you know that I'm counting on this appointment to get a full weekend's pay. And I also know this probably doesn't mean a lot to you, but it means the world to me. So I really appreciate it. Thanks again, and I'll see you Saturday at 7.
No problem.
Got it? Now, can I give you a little Jeff Gambo special sauce?
Mhm.
You want some? Raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Okay, right? This helps you so they don't cancel. So at the end, thank you so much. I'll see you Saturday at 7. I want you to add, you can do it right here in the white space. In the white space. Let me write it down first so you see how much to write. Put spouse in parentheses. Will Theo be there? Will Mr. Mike be there? Will the husband be there? Okay, that's really what you're saying. Will so-and-so be there? Why is that an important question? And why do you want to have Michael?
Because usually when they're married, they make decisions together.
Yeah, usually when they're married, you want the decisions together. Here's the worst case. You do a great presentation, you build a value, I'll take the signature. But you know what, George? I have to talk to my husband first. If the answer is I have to talk to my wife, you screwed up and you showed the wrong person. Seriously. Who should you show, the husband or just the wife? Both. Okay? You don't want that because, listen, heads up, this is really important. Some people didn't listen last week and they got crushed on their sales. Oh, I just showed just the wife, just the wife, just the wife. Bro, they got I'll call you back, I'll call you back. I talked to my husband, talk to my husband. They're going to get it, they're going to get it. 0, 0, 0, 0. Why? Because when the husband comes home, And she says, oh, I got these knives, and they're awesome, and her value is here, right? And her price is here. And she says to the husband, it's only $11.39. Where's his value?
All the way down there.
How does $11.39 look? Like you're crazy, my wife. We're not getting this. Okay? A promise is a no. So have the husband and wife together. Have the husband and wife together. Okay? Now, how many of you know a husband and wife where the wife doesn't need the husband and will spend money no problem? That's okay if you know that already. I'll say that again. Hey, Andrew, no more PDI. Stay here. Okay? So if you know, how many of you have, I'll call the mom, it's called the mom that has purchasing power. Right? Meaning like they swipe the card all the time. And okay, how many of you know those people? That's okay if you don't need the husband there. But if you're not sure, so what if they say, oh no, the husband's not going to be there? What should you do? Find a different day and time. Oh, you know what? It's better. I need to do it for both of you guys. So let me find a different time. Is 7 o'clock better or is Sunday at 11 better? How many times do you offer?
2.
Always offer 2 times. If you understand that concept, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Wonderful. Good. Will the spouse be there? Number 2, can you write down my confirmation number in case my boss calls? Okay. Confirmation number in case my boss calls. And the confirmation number is 3899. Can you write down my confirmation number in case my boss calls? Okay, it's 3899. That's basically when we do random checks, we'll call up customers to see how it went, and we'll ask for a confirmation number. But also, how does it make it seem more what?
Legit.
More legit, official, and professional. Okay? And the last one, it's actually a joke, but we say it on purpose to keep their attention, and also to make sure they remember the appointment. Okay, do you do me a favor, one last thing? I need you to find a penny, like in centavo, like the coin. Is that right? Yeah, okay. You laugh at it, try. Can you grab a penny? Okay, I need you to put it in the fridge. What? I just need you to put it in the fridge, and when I come over, I'm going to use it for a little trick. You'll see. Don't tell them. I'm going to cut it with a penny. You just ruined it. I'm going to cut the penny with a pair of scissors, right? Mrs. Jones, last thing, or Thea, can you grab like a penny? Right, I know it's going to sound strange. Can you just put it in the fridge? Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so this is not just the whipped cream and the cherry. It's also the really extra those sprinkles, and that's really important. Okay, quick question.
Oh, regarding the penny in the fridge. What's if, when you cut it and you show it to them, they're like, oh, something happened in the refrigerator. That's why that.
I would never put it in the fridge because
Sorry?
Well, you were saying put the penny in the refrigerator.
Okay.
Okay, so you go over and they give you the penny and you cut it.
Yeah, awesome. What a great demonstration.
Right.
No.
No, I'm not downplaying that at all. I was just saying, what do you say in return? I mean, obviously, I already had my question answered.
In return,
Someone said grab another penny.
In return for what?
But
if they say what? I'm sorry. If they say what?
never mind.
No, I'm just so
Like,
confused.
She's saying, what if they
Like,
they
you know how you said they would be
process, you tell them
skeptical?
to put it in there, it was like
Ready? No. Okay. Well, your answer is show them without the fridge. No, that's not a bad question. I'm sorry. I just don't understand. Oh, I get it. Oh, the cold did it. No. Okay. First of all, that's not true.
Yeah.
Number 2, cut a penny that's not in the fridge. Okay. Number 2, cut a penny that's not in the fridge. That's it. Easy. Okay. Cool. Everyone understand this?
Yes.
Everyone understand this? Okay. Cool. Anna, you're gonna call me. I'll be your who's your number 1 customer? Who's your number 1 that you circled before?
My friend's mom.
Friend's mom. Okay. What's her name?
TC.
TC. That's a cute name. What's that short for?
Leticia.
Oh, Leticia. That makes sense. TC. She's Latin? Latina?
Yes.
What's the nationality?
Venezuela.
Venezuela. I'm gonna pretend. Okay. Now I don't speak full Spanish. Does she speak English?
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. Does she have a heavy accent?
No.
No? Okay. Cool. How do you know her? Friend's parents?
Yeah, my friend's mom.
Okay, high-pitched voice. I'm going to try and be her. I have high-pitched voice, low-pitched voice?
Low pitch.
Low pitch. Oh, man. Low-pitched woman. Okay, cool. Roll upbeat, laid back, quiet, shy. Normal?
Yeah, not shy. No.
So TC, friends, Venezuelan, normal, low voice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just read and ready. Pretend this is your schedule. So when you offer the day, and let's do 5 and 7.
Okay.
Okay, ready? And watch. It's super easy if you just read it. Ready? Okay, ready?
Hello?
Hi, TC. This is Anna Nestrosa. How are you?
Who?
Anna.
Oh, you have wrong number.
Sorry, you called that was the Chinese carrier. Wrong one.
Yeah, that's very loud.
So ready?
Hello?
Hi, TC. This is Anna Nestrosa.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm just here being normal with my low voice. That's what you said.
How's your daughter, Leticia, doing?
I have a daughter? She's great.
Yeah.
Are we named the same?
Yeah.
That's so cute. Okay, yeah. My daughter Leticia, who's your friend?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Sorry.
So what's going on?
The reason I'm calling is I just started a new job.
Okay.
And as part of my training, I'm required to put on some initial appointments.
Ah, CPAS, nice.
I'm doing it for the training, so you don't have to get anything because I get paid just to show it.
Okay.
I need to do 10 appointments before Tuesday.
Okay.
So I wanted to know if I could stop by on Saturday at 5, or would 7 be better for you?
Awesome, but not the best yet. It's that sentence the second time. So I wanted to know with confidence. Ready? So I wanted to know, and same thing, 5 and 7.
So I wanted to know if I could stop by on Saturday at 5, or would 7 be better?
Say it now like you mean it.
Okay.
So I wanted to know.
So I wanted to know if I could stop by on Saturday at 5, or would 7 be better?
Yes! You see the difference? Not what you say, it's
How you say it.
Not what you say, it's what?
How you say it.
First time one. This is why you role play. Awesome job. So I wanted to know if Saturday at 5 or would 7 be better? Second time. So I wanted to know if I could stop by on Friday at 5 or would 7 be better for you? Third time. So I wanted to know if I could stop by on Friday at 5 or would 7 be better for you? Right? The third one shows what? I'm confident and I'm going to see you. So pick a time. All right? Nice job. Nice job, Anna. Continue. Ready?
Okay, go ahead. 5 o'clock. Shh, hey, I'm talking to her. 5 o'clock. Thank me. Thank me.
Now, TC, this appointment...
Thank me first.
Oh,
You're so rude.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Jeez.
Okay, eyes out. I'm just messing with you. DC, not DC.
Now, TC, this appointment is really important to me. Do you have a pen and a piece of paper?
I do. It's right here.
Okay, perfect. Could you please jot down that I will be there on Saturday at 7?
Okay, I wrote it down.
Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Also, I do want to let you know what I'm counting on this. That I'm counting on this appointment to get a full weekend's pay.
Okay.
And I know this probably doesn't mean a lot to you, but it means the world to me. So I really appreciate it.
Of course, you're our favorite daughter's friend.
Thanks again. I'll see you on Saturday at 7.
Okay.
And then one more thing, Tia, DC.
Oh, and one more thing. Would your husband, Gonzalo, be there?
Oh, yeah, because if I say so, he'll do it.
All right, perfect.
Because that's how it works here, you know? Serious, like if I...
Okay. Sorry, okay.
What else? What else? What else?
Also, can you possibly jot down conference number just in case my
Confirmación. Okay, what's the number?
3899.
Okay, that's if they call?
Yes.
Is your boss nice?
Yes.
How nice?
Very nice.
Good answer. Good answer.
And also, one more thing.
Yeah.
Could you possibly place a penny in the fridge?
Like the penny, like coin?
Yeah.
What's that for? Tell me.
Oh, it's for, you'll see, it's for a trick.
Oh, you crazy lady. Okay. We'll see you Saturday at 7.
All right, perfect.
Okay.
Cool. Can we give a round of applause for dealing with me? Okay. Now time out real quick. Ready? I try to make her laugh on purpose to show you one and very important point. Just read it. Just read it, and you can't mess up. That's where we're gonna role play. Her first time offering time's weak. Second time, better, stronger. Third time, perfect. Saturday 5 or 7 better for you? Because I'm gonna see you because I'm asking you for a simple favor and because you're friends and family. Everyone understand so far? Raise your hand. Say aye.
Aye.
Awesome job. Nice work. Okay. This was beautiful. Now, last few things before we stretch and role play. They might have questions. When you say, Oh, Miss Susan, just so you know, you don't even they ask.
What am I getting?
What am I getting? What is it? What are you selling? So take a look at the next part. Okay? Take a look at the next part. George, honey, I'm just curious. What is the product? You don't have to think. You just read.
It's Cutco. Have you ever heard of it before?
Cutco. No, I'm no, not familiar. Go ahead.
Cutco is a bunch of stuff for the kitchen and a few outdoor items. I'm sure you already have tons of knives, but I get paid just to show it to you. So would
Ready?
5 or
Time
7 be
time?
better
Yeah,
for
so
you?
go ahead and put in time and time in the blanks. So would 5 or 7 be better for you? Okay. Eyes up here when you're done. So they just said yes to an appointment. So first of all, they're doing you a favor. Say what?
Thank
you. Go up and then put the cherry and the ice and the cherry and whipped cream on top. Right. So firm up. Miss, who's your number one customer?
Now, Uncle Gregory, this important is really important to me. Do you have a pen and piece of paper?
Yeah, I got it, bud.
Perfect. 7.
Okay, got it.
Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Also, I do want to let you know that I am counting on this appointment to get a full weekend's pay. And I know this probably doesn't mean a lot to you, but it does mean the world to me. So I really appreciate it.
Oh, of course, no problem.
Thanks again. I'll see you on Saturday at 7.
You got it. Anything else?
Well, will Bridget be there?
Oh yeah, she's right here. I'm giving it a thumbs up right now. We're gonna do it.
Perfect. And do me one more favor.
Yeah.
Can you jot down my confirmation number just in case my boss calls?
Okay, and I would give them this number.
It's $38.99.
Okay, I'll give it to them.
Perfect. Last thing, grab a penny and put it in the fridge.
What's that for?
Don't worry about it. It's a surprise.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, well I can't wait. I'll see you then. Got it? Nice work. Can we give Mr. George a round of applause? Nice work. They say that. Or those matter. Yes, we know what it is.
That's great. Like I said, and I'd love to get your opinion. Plus, I get paid either way. So would you?
And then so would. Ready? Time or time?
Would you rather?
Nope, that's not what it says.
Oh.
So time or time?
Would 5 or 7 be better for you?
Perfect. Okay, fill in time or time, everybody. Time or time better for you. Okay. And then ready? It's the same routine. They just said yes. 5 o'clock works. They're doing you a favor. So what you just say?
Thank you.
And then you put the cherry and the vanilla, cherry and the whipped cream on top. Go ahead. 5 o'clock on Saturday is fine.
Now,
Miss who? Who's your number one customer?
Miss.
Who'd you circle? Who's your number one?
I don't know.
Sure you do. Who's your number one Cutco customer? You're gonna sell them tomorrow.
Okay.
Who's that?
Now, Auntie Pat.
There you go.
This appointment is really important to me. Do you have a pen and a piece of paper?
I sure do. Go ahead.
Could you please jot down that I would be there at 5 on Saturday?
Okay. Say it like you mean it again. Could you please jot down?
Could you please jot down that I will be there Saturday at 5?
Awesome.
Thanks a lot. Also, I do want to let you know that I am counting on this appointment to get a full weekend's pay.
Okay.
And I know this probably doesn't mean a lot to you, but it means the world to me.
Awesome.
I really appreciate
Oh,
it.
of course. We love you.
Thanks again. I will see you Saturday. Pretty with you?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay. Can you do me your number just in case my boss calls?
I would give them the number. Is that what I do?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the number?
3899.
Beautiful. Anything else?
Okay. It sounds weird, but I need you to put a penny in the fridge.
Like the coin?
Yes.
Well, for what?
Because that you're paying.
Because what?
It's magic.
Magic. Okay, you can say that if you want. Okay. Sounds good. Can you give her a big round of applause? Nice work. They're still in the back. Honey, that time doesn't work. I'm really busy. Time out. Up here, eyes. When they say that, it doesn't mean, no, Brian, we won't see you. It means you offer 2 times that don't fit because I'm a Mac customer and I'm busy as hell. So offer me 2 different times. Crystal, sweetie, no, can you call us next week? They always say, call me next week. That's what they always say. Call me next week means I don't want to think, I can't think. I'm just saying no for now. So help me think. Crystal, can you just call us next week? We're really busy.
Alright, well, I really need to do 10 appointments by Tuesday, so how about...
Okay, time out. And then the 4 blanks are day and time, day and time. Fill them in, please. Okay, well, I really need to do 11 appointments by Tuesday. Or would Sunday at 9 be better for you? Daytime, daytime. Okay, when you're done, eyes up. Daytime, daytime. Okay, we'll do Sunday at 9. So Crystal, go thank them.
Thank you so much.
Okay, say Mrs. Jones.
Now, this is Jones. This appointment is really important to me. So do you have pen and paper?
Okay, stop for a second. So she'll finish the paragraph and then ask the 3 questions. Spouse, confirmation number, and what? Shiny. Everyone up here. Shiny what? Yeah, okay. It's going to give Crystal a big round of applause. Nice work, okay? Let's see the next victim. Danielle! Sweetie, how long does it take? We're a Mac family. You know we're busy.
Not too long at all. My part is about 30 to 45 minutes. After that, it's up to you. So which time would be best for you?
Again, ready? Daytime, daytime. Film blanks. Daytime, daytime. Drew, is Ricky still in the interview? Okay. Daytime, daytime. Let's do Saturday. Let's do Sunday at 9.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now, blank, blank, blank.
Yeah, go ahead. Disappointment.
This appointment is really important to me. Do you have a pen and piece of paper?
Okay, stop. You finished the paragraph. Spouse, confirmation number, penny. You understand and got it. Raise your hand and say, I got it. I got it. Let's give Danielle a round of applause, please. Active, active. All right. Last one. Last one. George. Honey. You know, finish the paragraph. You thank them, finish the paragraph, and you get the 3 questions. Okay. If you understand what we're doing here, raise your hand and say I. Nice work. So here's what we're going to do. No questions. So set up an appointment. Set up an appointment. Second time, ask what the product is. Third time, I'm busy. Fourth time, how long does it take? Fifth time, I'm not going to buy anything. And then after we role play, we're going to start to go ahead and get you guys on the phone to set up some appointments. So nice work, everybody. Pretty impressed. So let's get this good role play. Ready? Stand up. Give me some good role playing. Andrew, you're up. Wait 1 second. I'm not available.
My house. Distance, then so you don't have who does stars after the first game, so you don't shoot, and then you firm up after you firm up after you firm up.
Way too many.
How are you? Great. How was your barbecue? The reason I'm calling is I just thought
Yeah, no, but
I get paid just to I know I changed just I need to do 25 appointments before Monday. If I would have just stopped by Saturday and Friday, it's 60 better. Last time we worked to buy some five, so it's like, thank you so much. This appointment is very important to me. Shut down the BJ. Also, I do want to let and I know it's probably going to be not happening, but I will see you on Saturday at 7.
Have you ever heard of it?
What are your
oh, it's great. Like I said, I'm doing it for free. I love to get your plus I get paid. So when it's 7 o'clock, alright. Also, what's your number? Could you also jot down $38.99.
I want to hear out loud. This is where the muscle memory is important.
The reason I was calling you, I just needed to do that. It's part of my career. We're part of the solution. Because I get these and stuff. There's no 11 points so I wanted to know if I could stop by on Saturday at 5 or Saturday at 6.
Yeah, that's great. Like I said,
There's a bunch of stuff.
I was supposed to say what is the product for
There's a bunch of stuff if you actually want. I'm sure you already have it in the like the pages and shit. So with 5 or 7,
no better than mine.
Ricky's taking pictures like really good. They're like super small, so I write big on them.
it's not. Also, I do want to let you know, I really do 14 So how about Saturday at 9 and Saturday at 5? Now, I have a couple of questions. Saturday at 5? Alright. Will your husband be there? It's really important to me. Don't kill him until Sunday. Also, now when you write down like really
Jeff, I forgot my water for my car.
But it really means
Yeah, go ahead. Hurry back when you can.
So I'll see you at Sunday, on Sunday at 5. Now, will the missus be there?
Will you please write down how much?
Just jot down my notes. So how about at 9? More just in case my boss calls Saturday. Put a penny in the fridge with a little demonstration.
I'm not sure if it'll fit our son's dead body, but
Hi, my name is Brandon.
You're welcome.
Good.
Hi, Mr. Scott. This is Christiana. How are you today? I'm great. How's the The reason I'm calling is I just started in the as part of the training.
Hey guys, let me get your attention real quick. Give me one more good role play where you're really focused on it. You can do whatever. Do 2 questions on this one, right? Do one more role play, focused, and if you're the customer, ask 2 different questions, but don't be a jerk about it. Like, don't say, oh yeah, well, what are you doing? And I'm too busy. Like, do it where it's like a natural, comfortable flow. 2 different questions, book the appointment each, and then we'll wrap up. Okay? Give me a good one. Go ahead.
Yeah. It is a part of my job. I'm a college
So, how
long?
No, it's not at all. My card is about 30 minutes.
Okay, what I really need is to do the 25 quick.
I'm not gonna buy anything.
It takes about 30 to 45 minutes.
So would Saturday Monday at 7 be better?
Not too long at all. It takes about 30 to 45 after Okay. Now, Mr. Starr, do you have some Thank you a lot.
That's wrong. I'm talking about 30 to 45 minutes. Saturday at 5 or Monday at 7? Monday at 7. Oh, okay. But also, I'm not out, and I'm just trying to really important to use. Get to the job. Monday at 7. No, they're almost done. Oh, that's great. It's okay whether or not you need as many appointments as I need. So, is it going to take account of it? Perfect. Thank you so much. Also, we're
Okay, grab a seat. Do me a favor. Give me a very active, enthusiastic. That was the last role play. You did a great job to your role play partner. Round of applause, please. Nice work. One high five in the air and say, let's go. All right, everyone grab a seat. I'm going to cover what's going to happen next. Bill, please. All right, so if you see up behind me, we have everyone's goal on the board. Okay? What Ricky, Andrew, and I, we're going to do is we're going to meet with several of you one-on-one to cover your goals. But this is the part that's my favorite part. We're going to spend the next hour setting up appointments / meeting with you, okay? So you've got your goal on the board. Most of you have a goal of between 9 and 13, like I said. So we'll cut 10% of you under 10, and 10% of you, actually more than 10% of you, 14 or more, which is really cool. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to have, Bell, please. What's going to happen is when you start setting up appointments, okay, 2 things. If you get an answer machine, don't leave the whole script on the answer machine. That's weird. Don't laugh. I'm telling you, someone did it. Beep. I'm just calling. The reason I'm calling is I just got a new. I mean, it's just too much. Okay. So, what's the best thing to leave on an answer machine? Ready? It's easy. You don't even have to write it down. Hey, or hey Tia, this is your favorite nephew. I'm calling. I have a quick question. Can you call me back? That's it. I have a quick question. Can you call me back? Don't explain anything. You're not selling anything. Don't talk about Cutco. I have a quick question. When you say that, they're more likely to what?
Call back.
Okay, eyes up here. People don't always call you back, though. They're more likely to call you back. Eyes up here. Right? They're not always going to call you back, but they're more likely to. So later, if you leave a message right now during this session from 5 to 6:45, you might have to call them back later because they didn't check their message. I have probably 15 voicemails. I'm not checking any of them tonight. The only voicemails I would check is if Ricky, my mom, my girlfriend, or someone from my family called, and none of them did, so I'm not going to check those messages. You guys understand what I'm saying? Raise your hand. Say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so I have a quick question. Second thing, when you start setting up appointments, I'm going to hit the music. I'm going to put the music really low. You can spread out anywhere in that room. We're going to open that room. Or here. Doesn't matter. Actually, you know what? We'll stay here first, then we'll start to move over. I don't care where you are as long as we can hear you so you can walk around. When you get an appointment, I want you to raise your hand. And Andrew's going to be here at the front. And when you raise your hand, Andrew's going to call on you. Like Crystal, raise your hand. Crystal. Okay, Crystal, go ahead. And I want you to say, oh, day and time of your appointment. So we'll practice this. Ready? Andrew, go ahead.
5 at Saturday.
Okay. So you work here. I caught him walking. This is being videotaped. It's good. Ready? Okay, Andrew.
Saturday?
Saturday, what time?
5 o'clock.
Awesome. Good. And I'll put Andrew / And then I'm going to ask the most important question after that. Because getting the appointment's easy. The most important question, is it one of your top 5?
100%.
Awesome. Okay, because I want to make sure you're focused on not just your goal, but your best people first. Got it? Yes. And if it's not one of your top 5, I'll ask you another question. Ready? Andrew, what day and what time?
Saturday, 5.
5. Perfect. Top 5?
No.
No, top 10.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good. Top 10's okay too. Okay. Yes.
One of my top 5 is out of town right now, so.
Then you can't see her. Right? You have to wait till she gets home. Okay. Cool. That's the 10%. Okay. Cool. Does that make sense? Okay. Cool. Is there more to the question? Oh, there's more to the question? Okay, give me a second. There is more to the question. Okay. You're confusing the hell out of me. Give me a second. Okay. Wait, Kiki, just wait for a second. Grab a seat, and we'll during the break. So when you make calls, we'll call on you, and we'll ring the bell. Right? So one more time. Let's practice Saturday at 5. Ready? Raise your hand. Okay, Anna.
Saturday at 5.
Okay, one of your top 5?
Yes.
Oh, nice job. Over here, Crystal. What day and what time? Is your name Crystal? Crystal, what day and what time?
Saturday at 11.
Okay, awesome. One of your top 5?
Yes.
Awesome. Nice job. We have Crystal. And you're going to hear the bell. I won't be obnoxious with it. I want you to get used to the bell because that's what we do every phone jam. The bell means money. The bell means appointments. Got it? So all you're going to do is stick to the script. Don't be fancy. Okay, I see you. Give me a second. Okay. Don't be fancy. Stick to the script. You only sit within 3 days. Got it? And go have fun and book up your appointments. The average person should set up between 4 and 7, 4 and 8. Okay? 10% of you might only get like 2 or 3 during this time because everyone you're calling is not home. Remember, a lot of calls is not 7. A lot of calls is not 10. What's the ratio? 3 to 1? Remember that? Okay? So I'm going to spread you out all across. You can be anywhere in this big room. You can even be back there. I just want to be able to see you and hear you. Okay? Any questions on this part? Okay? So these are the goals. My goal is for you to get between 4 and 8. Some of you might even hit your whole goal right now. All right, go have some fun. Go set up some appointments.
Jeff, most of these people, like I said before,
Then we'll come to any questions. Yeah, Jordan. Can you give me 1 second? I'm not available. It goes on. All right, I gotta. I know. You gotta give me a second. My train's till 7. Maybe that from the beginning.
Also, is those top 5 top 10 all of them? Like I said, out of state or are they gonna be at your house?
Yeah, they're getting at my house.
Yeah, so how are they in town?
Yeah, you have these good ones.
Yeah, that's
Just because I have my house car, she's where she's at work, she gets on sick.
Okay. Did you work that?
Yeah, I tried to, but it's like, I can't.
That's not the question. Did you work it out with Ricky?
He said,
I might go like
Challenges, I'm short staffed.
yeah.
So you don't finish training, I don't know how you train. So that's how it works.
Yeah, so make it really good. I'll give you some box of it. You gotta take it right now.
You have to talk. I'm gonna have to talk. I'm gonna come back.
Okay, let me get you.
Just give
I'm gonna try to give you a couple. I probably won't get to.
So what do you mean? I just don't even guess.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Yeah, I would just fill that up. Okay, is there any way you can like?
I could try to
Go ahead and give us a call like me every few days. So go ahead and give us a call like today or tomorrow. If it's a bit of a break in training, see if you can schedule until. I would think you could leave before that, or you can schedule right after whatever works better. I think I need to do both sides. See if you can do it. Worst case scenario, and if you can't do it, then just like do that.
I run a really good train, brother. It's all in the notes. You tell me when I teach a virtual training, Cameron, that'll tell you when you can. You can't do a virtual appointment until I teach you virtual training, right? So when you get virtual training, anytime after that, on 100%. What's up? No, we do one. But no groups.
Those are where?
Next office, I think. Okay, in the AM room. Oh no, the receptionist room probably. Well, why don't you just look at it?
I'll look at it and see, because if there's some weird things, I'll change it, but it's easier that like the Z one's just leaving
I don't. The only problem for me, the biggest problem, is that I don't know which other car I'm using. Like, but that's the thing. Though. Like, cars isn't always guaranteed. Like, I know, like after 6,
If you want, I can teach you virtual appointments.
virtual because also
Back in the I'm going to teach you. So when do I teach you virtual appointment? There you go. So that's when you can show. Okay, give me a second.
This appointment is really important. So,
You talk to Andrew. He'll take over. This is how you set up the You have any people you can get close? Can you have a card tomorrow?
car tomorrow. Car tomorrow, I'll be here for training. After 5 minutes.
I would just set up normal appointments for Friday. I mean tomorrow. And then why don't you do that first? Why don't you set up the appointments for tomorrow first? And then we'll make it up to okay. And you want to set work out. Yeah. Cool, baby. Good. Hey, that's how you do it. Nice job. What day and what time? Today? Today? Senor, you're killed. What day and what time? How did it go from tonight at 7 to tomorrow 5? You didn't set up a definite appointment. It's got to be a definite set in stone. Start over. You're a mess. Start over. Luis. First top 5? All right, good. Keep going. Luis. Okay. What day, what time?
Saturday at 5.
At top 5?
Yes.
Okay.
thanks a lot. Awesome.
What day, what time? Top 5? Top 10. My name Marquis. Nice job.
Yes.
What day, what time?
Yeah, what's up, bro? Long time.
Top 5? There you go.
Go ahead.
I never get your messages for some reason. Never. Yeah.
Okay, top 5? Nice. Give me your name again. Frances. Okay, that's how you say it.
Well, anyway, dude, I got a new job, and okay, I'm gonna read off the script because it's my training. So here you go.
What day, what time?
The reason I'm doing is I
You
just
got
started a
one.
new job. And as part of my training, I'm required to put on initial
Okay. Did you go through the whole script? And you asked the 3 questions at the end? So you asked 3 questions, spouse, confirmation number. If I called them right now, they would say you went through the whole thing? 3? Okay. Sheba, what day and what time? Okay, definite set. Top 5? Awesome. Nice job. Better. Next. Okay, here we go.
I'm right on the bottom right. No, well, not really.
What day, what time, Denzel?
It's weird. Like,
Top 5?
I'll explain to you after I'm done with the.
Top 5? Top 10 or 5? Top 5, good. Yes, okay.
Oh, yeah.
You go outside, make sure people are okay.
Yeah, there's like audio.
Awesome.
It's a bunch of stuff in the kitchen. I'm sure you already have plenty of time. So, would Saturday at 6 or 6:30?
What's your name? Rich.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so many names. It's Pecco.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday, what time?
Saturday at 5.
Okay, top 5?
Number 1.
Number 1, perfect.
Blue.
Saturday at 5.